This guide is a demonstration of the new Next Service version 4.8 scheduler. I first draw your attention to the new quick reference guide. This is a one-page guide including the link to this video to help you through the changes, including the colors, icons, and navigating the board. A full official release scheduler user guide is also available on Poolworks Help as released by Next Service. Starting from the top of the page, you'll notice that there is a new button called Next Service. By clicking back, we'll be navigated back to NetSuite user interface. Coming across the page, we've got a few ways we can select dates. We've got the select arrows, which will move you back and forth based on the current date and the number of days to view that you have. So if I click this, it'll shift me through 3 days. You'll notice that there's a blue solid bar at the top. This is the loading bar. This means that the scheduler is still loading all of the tasks that are relevant for these 3 days. You'll notice that this has now disappeared. So I can click back. I can also select a date. Now the date that I select will be the middle date as represented on the scheduler based on the number of days to view. For example, I clicked on the 12th and it's the middle day in a 3-day view. We now have additional selection, 1, 3, 7, 15 and 31 days to a view. So again, the load bar, if I was to click 31 days, it's still now loading all of these additional days. You can see the progress in real time. For this demonstration, we'll work on a 3-day view. We now have a toggle between list view and detailed view. We're currently in detailed view where we're able to see the address of the task, the type of service, and also the time. If the task was set up in a different time zone, it would narrate the time zone, for example, CT or AEST. If we collapse to list view, you can just see the address and the progress icon. Again, coming across the top, we have the sync button. If I click on here, I can choose to save or cancel. These toggles on the sync button relate to the whole board. Say if I was to move 10 tasks around the board, we can do that now. You'll notice that the tasks that I move now have a red outline as well as on these board filters, and we'll go through them in a minute. These are the unsaved tasks. Unique to version 4.8 is an individual task save versus a board save. What I mean by that is I've moved 4 tasks and I can sync by saving all 4 changes. If I didn't want to save all 4 changes, I can click on them and individually save the task change. You'll see that the red outline has now disappeared and the remaining 3 still need to be saved. I can cancel the rest of these moves. So you'll note it didn't cancel this task that we moved here. Far to the right is the settings toggle. We can choose whether we see 24 hours a day on the board, or we have a slider bar to show which work hours we would like to view. This is a user preference and will only reflect on the current user's screen. Please double check your time zone when you first log in. You can also toggle whether you view the map. If I unclick this, you'll notice that the map disappears. We also have our assigned task people filters and unassigned task filters. If I click on the settings button, I return to the board, including all of the filters. Moving through the filters, we have assigned tasks, people filters, as well as unassigned tasks. Starting with the assigned tasks, we can filter these assigned tasks by region, type, skill, priority, or status. This can be really helpful if you just wanted to see all the jobs that are currently in progress or not started. Similarly to your billing staff, they may want to toggle on just completed tasks. Now please note the results will only show based on the time date settings that you've selected. So of these 3 days from Monday the 10th to Wednesday the 12th, we have all of these tasks in this list and there are no completed tasks. Unique to version 4.8 is an assigned task list view as well. This can help us search for certain addresses, particularly where the time slots might be small and you might not be able to easily see the detail. For example, if somebody was to call up and tell you their address, you would be able to find that address and move the task wherever you need it to go. These can be sorted in priorities, so you'll see the different priorities. This is available on the quick reference guide. Red colouring, shown both here and here, is high priority. Yellow colouring is medium, and blue colouring is low. And you'll see blue over here. If you're not sure where a task is on the board, you can simply click on the address and you'll be able to see outlined where that appears on the board. For example, if there's multiple tasks in a series, you'll be able to see the whole series. Our people filters, I've chosen to multi-select only certain members of my staff to view. I can clear this and see all of my technicians. I can pick one or many. To pick many, I hold down the Control key and select multiple users. I can see who's working. I can click on the tasks and then we'll highlight. And thirdly, we have unassigned task filters. This is new to the 4.8 release, very unique. We can now set up projects and cases that are now unassigned. There's a user guide on this in the PoolWorks help menu with an accompanying video. When you do have unassigned projects and tasks, they'll appear on here ready to be scheduled. Again, you can sort them in priority, oldest to newest, or A to Z order. Simply grab the task and drag it onto the board. We can save or we can cancel that individual change and it will pop back onto the unassigned tasks. Coming back to the quick reference guide, I'd like to point out how to use the key commands on the scheduler. If I'm not holding down any keyboard keys and choose to move a task, it will move it in the same time slot on a different day and or different technician. If I want free movement of a task, I click on the task, hold down Alt, and I can move it to any time slot on any technician on any date. If I also hold down the Alt key and hover over the border of the task, I can increase the length of the task or also decrease it. Our next command is holding down the Control key. To hold down Control key, this can add a task onto other people's schedules as a team. There's a new user guide and accompanying video on creating team tasks. But as a demonstration, if we hold down Control, I can simply click and drag on one task and add it to another technician. You'll notice that one is diluted and one is a solid color. The person that has the solid color task is considered the team lead, And what this means is only the team lead can start and complete the job on the mobile app. There's no limit to how many additional team members you add to one task. However, this one will be the team lead. If you want to undo that and you've saved the changes, you can simply hold down Control and click and drag the task back onto the original. Similarly, if I wanted to change the team lead, I would click and move the task to whoever I want to be the team lead, and then hold down Control again and select additional members. When we save these changes and double check the pop-out, we can now see that it's assigned to 4 people. The person at the top of the list is always the team lead. This is also reflected on the mobile app. You'll notice I've got a task header here with a team, and you've got lead beside the team lead on that task. Looking at the pop-out, we now have our new icons, and we'll refer to the Scheduler Quick Reference Guide to go through these. We have the client, the time and date, including the time zone, the task, and if we hover over the task, you'll see that it is a hyperlink, and the task number, the case, the priority, the asset, the case, and the project. You can also see for quick reference is the address line. This is added in the instance where you might not be able to see the full address details. We can click on it here. Now note all of these hovers that go blue are a hyperlink to its partnering record. So clicking here will go to the task record, client, case, asset, project, etc. On the bottom, we can see exactly where the task is. We can view the service report. We can perform the new function of copy task. We can cancel the change, and we can save the change. To copy a task, once we click copy, a new task form will open with all of the same details and assignees. You'll select the new start and date time and click save. Once you do, you can refresh your scheduler and the copied task will appear. You'll notice when I click and drag one set of tasks that it moves the whole series. This is where you've got multiple tasks in one case. If I wanted to move just one, this is where the Shift key comes into play. So hold down my Shift key and single click on the one task that I want to move. I move my mouse off of it and then back on, click and drag to the time. I can also use my Alt key to change the time slot. Moving in the map, we can use our spacebar to zoom in. It's a targeted zoom, so you place your mouse over the place that you want to zoom using your scroll holding the space key. You can also hold the space key and click and drag the map around back into position. You'll notice a big black circle, that's the resource. If there's multiple resources in the same location, you'll note that there's a number 2 there. And then we can see that there's 2 resources. Same with the tasks, you'll have tasks. If there's a cluster, there'll be a number there, and you can zoom in further for more detail. You can click on them and see the pop-up. Drawing your attention to the icons that you can see on the scheduler and map. Per the quick reference guide, we have the clock, which is a task not yet started, up and coming. A truck, which is a task that's currently in progress and the assignee has not been detected on site by the location on their phone. The hard hat, which is in progress and the assignee has been detected on site. A tick is a task completed. The red exclamation circle, the task has not been started and the time has passed. And a cloud with an X, error making changes. Please refer to the quick reference guide and the official scheduler user guide for more information. Thank you.